Hey guys, do you remember that there is a new Gladiators Gauntlet mode? Well, I was going through it with my guild, Rising Debt, formerly known as Rising Horde, and we were having a good time, There aren't any real rewards except for getting to top 128. We made it to a top 16, and it was fine. We were having fun, and as you see, we reached the final boss a little bit too early, and now we're getting cooked. So I just kind of wanted to show you guys how bad bad this is going because I think it's hilarious. Um, we were never gonna win. Immortal Elite has never lost a single match ever in the history of this game. I don't know why the game decided that we should fight each other, but apparently we are. Shire got Omega. Shire's gonna win. We got a bunch of other guilds I don't know much about. Immortal Dawn will win this one. Chaos, Awakened Chaos will win this one. Celestials Eternal will win this one. This one's actually like really cool. I think this one's called like Talent Mansion. It's the strongest Chinese guild in global. And then we have Dragon Slayers 1. This is the one I would like to see. But nah, we're against Immortal Elite. And we're getting cooked. So I'm just going to show you guys how bad this went, because I think it's fun. And it's the end of the Season 5 maps. I got immediately destroyed. I got one win, and that's just because my RNG was really good. If you didn't know, my Pelagios team down here, essentially the way it works is Praetus' single target is the Lord and does really good damage. We got Constance here for extra block, and Pelagios for his really strong AoE, his CC, and all that stuff. And we got Lily for the extra shields. I don't have Carnelian, so I have to run this team, which is really good for getting wins against lower guilds, but Mad kind of just deleted it. Now, I'm going to show how they beat it just quickly, but how unlucky was this? I was like, hopefully we fight someone close, Our guild didn't really care too much because it was like, Gauntlet, there's barely any rewards except for number 1, and obviously we know who number 1's gonna be. So you really just needed to win the first match, and it's functionally the exact same maps, except there's this spot right here where you could have a cool Ardea comp. There's like a Yovar Ardea comp that was pretty okay, unless you knew how to beat it. And realistically, this is just like Season 5. Right there, if you didn't see, Constance was just finishing her ult. Pelagios ulted, did half a mil against all of the Necro things, and then Praetus finished off a Necro, and that's how I won my only defense win, right? Now, as you can see, that's kind of the most eventful thing that happened. The most wins anyone has on our side is 2. There's like Mac has it. I'm pretty sure Taco got 2 wins with his Diona team, mostly because of Ingrid. There's a lot of really decent teams in here. And I think the only one that might stand a chance is DCT. Everyone else kind of getting cooked, because if you look a little bit closely against these things, you're going to see that these people all have level 5 Necros. And if I can find a good example, I'm pretty sure every Mad Elite player has level 5 to level 6 legendary flyers, which is unheard of. Like, that is ridiculous. I can't really find it. I don't remember where it was, but just take my word for it. They have level 6 flyers. Almost all of them. Okay? It's bad. And we just kind of went into this like, who the hell cares? We're not winning this. There's no point. We haven't really been trying. If we tried, maybe we get them down a little bit more. But I just wanted to show you guys my performance because I think it's interesting. And I think I'm the only one that's beat a team fully so far. I beat Goha. No, I didn't beat Goha. Someone else did 10 damage to Goha. I beat Aspect's team, and I beat SLL's team. So I'm just going to go into it quickly. I also lost to Deeg's team, and I lost to another team, which is really embarrassing. But let me just show you guys that for now. So the first team that I hit was Deeg's. I tried my best. Deeg's has everything A5. I guarantee it's A5 Torador had to end Ajax. If I got good Ajax RNG, and if Deeg's was a little weaker, I think this would have worked, but I'm not 100% sure. It worked against the practice team that I did. You essentially send these green flyers after sending the healer, The healer heals the green flyers, and it triggers Hatsa ult. You have to trigger Hatsa ult there, or you lose. I barely triggered it. If you want to rewind, play it a bit slower, it's real close. And then I sent the 2 legendary flyers as soon as possible. If they were level 5, maybe this would have worked too, but they're only level 3 because I don't get many drops. Here, the flyers are going to go in. If the healer survived, it would have healed them, and they get cooked right there. If Ajax Lightning's a bit less, then they last a bit longer. I just tried a little bit harder after, just in case my teams wanted, or my teammates wanted to like see how much damage everything was doing to kind of get an idea of what Deeg's team is at. It was a cooked run after that, right? I was planning on getting through afterwards once the main threats were done, because Ajax, Carnelian, and Dahlia all would have died to the flyers had they have made it through. That was bad. To put it simply, that was bad. No way that was ever going to be possible. I don't think I could ever do it. My affiliations are pretty high. I mean, if I remember, I'll put them on the screen right here. My affiliations are pretty damn high, but I didn't do it. Here against Goha, you're going to see this kind of strategy used a little bit later as well. Here is what I did. I sent immediate axes. The issue that I came in here is the fact that Brokir is A5. And the thing with A5 Brokir is when his unyielding, after he dies once, he unyields, and then he gets back up again. The issue with Brokir A5 in this strategy is what I am doing is I am manipulating Carnelian a certain way. The reason why I sent out these axes is because I want to get Brokir to have any amount of damage on him whatsoever to get his HP a little bit low, okay? If his HP is any lower than max, Carnelian will attack him and it will not bounce over to Hatchet. And that's very important for what I'm doing now, where I'm sending these rocks. When you get Brokir to eat up all of the orbs, because Carnelian's targeting is really weird and she will only hit Brokir and it will not bounce, then I can rock Hatchet immediately after, right? It's very important. But when Brokir is max HP, which he's going to be once his unyielding is over, the Carnelian orbs are going to bounce back to Hatchet, and we're going to lose. So you can kind of see it right here. Let me make it a little bit slower once we get past. He's going to immediately rock. Of course, he's going to be attacking there, and then they're going to attack Hatchet. But if you saw closely, it was bouncing to Hatchet. The orbs were bouncing to Hatchet. And now she survives because of the Carnelian orb, and that is a loss. There's nothing else I can do after. But in a different team, it worked. That's how I beat the other 2 teams, because realistically, there's not many teams I can beat, even with high BP, at least compared to most people. Here, instant axes once again, because the way that Carnelian works is she's going to attack 7 times on Abomination, give him the orb, and then she's going to target Torador 7 times, orb, and then Hatchet is going to get the orb. We need to send them before we get 8 costs down here. So you want to immediately send them. They're going to go up as you see here. The thing about Torador is he didn't die, which is actually good, because I was able to send these rocks right here. And as you're going to see with Carnelian, because Torador does not have full HP, she's going to continue to attack him and not Hatchet, sorry. So these rocks are going to come in. We're praying that they don't get bad stun RNG with Torador, and we're praying that they hit Hatchet. As you're going to see right here, they both hit Hatchet, and right before they die, Hatchet dies too. And now we can go on with the rest of the plan. This was such a close fight. It's actually crazy. This is actually mostly why I wanted to make this video, to just show how close this was. I just figured I would steamroll through the rest, because I guarantee this Ajax is A3 or A5. I assume A5. And that will kill any flyers I send at it. It won't kill the Lego flyers, but it will kill everything else. And you need 3 damage to the portal. So here I just sent my remaining healers, axes, and I spaced out these flyers. As you can see, they get very close. This flyer dies. Maw gets so close. Look at his HP. Ajax ult hits him for 120, dives last second. We're 1 HP on the Maw, and he gets through. The flyer killed Ajax perfectly. Maw did the AoE to get the Ajax orb down immediately. Oh my. It's ridiculous. That is an insane team, and the fact that we beat it is actually insane. But we did it, and that's what matters. And now we get to go to the final fight that I did. That'll close off the video. I just did the same thing, and you're gonna see it went a lot better. I'm pretty sure this is one of the weakest teams they have, so you can just kind of tell that the average team is ridiculous. And because they nerfed Ma a little bit, if you don't know, Ma got shadow nerfed to be smaller size than he used to be. Same with the Scalekin champion. We're doing the same thing if you just want to see. They got actually less of a hitbox. So for keeps, you couldn't bait out Ingrid on the last week of Season 5, which was really annoying, made those teams basically unbeatable. And now what I'll show you before I end off the video is certain Ymir teams are no longer as easy to beat because you cannot bait Ymir out using Ma or Scalekin champion. So that's a little bit unfortunate. Otherwise I would have been able to beat some of those. But if the Ma change didn't end up happening, then they wouldn't even be setting those teams. They would set them a bit differently. But now that the change is there, obviously they're going to take advantage. So let me just quickly show. 1 second. Sorry, I'm trying to do this in one take because I think it's more interesting. I also have a lot of stuff to do today, so, you know, that's okay. Here, as you can see here, we got this team. This is the most meta team. Before, Ymir in this square right here was pretty much meta. It kind of depended on what you wanted to do. The last couple seasons, we figured out how to beat it, at least not the, like, A5 Anora versions, which I'm sure this one is. But now that Ma cannot bait out Ymir ult, this is kind of, or Skeleton Champion can't bait it out, we can't beat this anymore. Because the way I would do it before is you would send a unit, bait out Anora and Boreas, and then you would send Skeleton Champion, or maybe the Skeleton would have baited it out, doesn't really matter, and then you would have sent the Shadow Keepers and then Dogs, and they would have gone through the entire thing and beat it in that formation. But now that you can't bait out Ymir, he just kind of kills everything once you get close, and it becomes really hard. Anyways, we're cooked. This was bad. I pray that you guys never fight Immortal Elite, because it is the most depressing thing I have ever gone through in this game. Thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it. Just wanted to share the the despair I was in this morning. It was bad. So make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate y'all. And Destined signing out.